Alrighty.
This ought to be great. I'm looking forward to this.
All right.
Players connecting 20 seconds. Wonderful.
We're online. Just to let everybody know, we're on a 2-minute delay. Okay. So, my name is RD2L. I will be your analysis for this wonderful game of Dota. And to my other side,
I am Mr. CantBeRight, CBR for short, and I will be doing the color commentary for the most part.
Dire team banned. Radiant team banned.
Well, we've already got a bunch of Invis heroes banned already. This looks to be a good start.
Hey, when you're in pubs, you don't want to see those Invis heroes. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the analyst here.
Well, as a support person myself, I personally have a lot of trouble purchasing wards because I'm poor all the time from dying, so key strategy, the supports may have a lot more money on their hands. I don't know if they pick a lion, do you think that'll be like a Blink Dagger at 15 minutes instead of 25? Who knows?
Well, if he gets a few fingers off, yeah.
Yeah, that's assuming that, but... Oh, they banned the Juggernaut. Isn't he one of the most played ones this patch? Can't remember.
In this meta, very much so. Well, at least
What's
in
the
the
appeal
lower rankings.
That's true. I thought it was kind of curious to me. Okay, looks like we got the support Undying pick outright. How do you feel about the a lot of influx coming out from Undying lately? His appeal's gotten a lot more than usual.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm sorry, I had to update information because I'm an idiot. What was the question again?
What's the... I've never understood the appeal of Undying in this meta. I'm probably not smart enough to see it because I don't really play him as much, but... Is it just because of the way his ultimate works?
To tell you the truth, it's... I don't know, really. I just think that everybody just likes using Undying for his great team fights in the Tombstone. Not only that, there's a larger influx of strength heroes here and there during this patch. So
right.
They're trying to capitalize on top of that. At least that's what I'm seeing. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, it definitely helps disrupting team fights as well, especially since we've seen a lot of like life stealers and life stealers, Ursas, and Tombstone can kind of help kite them a little bit, but if I remember correctly, the positioning is always the worst part when using Tombstone.
Oh, it is absolutely awful.
Well, we've already got a very magic-heavy lineup from the start from the Spice Girls, a Lion and a Venomancer. And there he is, the most picked hero out of the entire meta.
Wait, is that truly my favorite hero of the meta? Ursa? They changed his color.
They changed his... Yeah. I didn't realize that Ursa went through a skin change.
Yeah, new model. I can't believe they gave Ursa wings. Must have drank some
That
Red
was a
Bull.
questionable choice. I mean, I never thought a bear could fly.
Hey, Fuzzy Wuzzy can do a lot of things. If he can blink, he can fly.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wanted wings.
Fuzzy Wuzzy drinks some Red Bull.
Unofficial sponsor.
Please sponsor us. We're poor.
We
need energy drinks.
We're suffering on the daily. Please, Red Bull, reach out to us.
All right, so I'm seeing a Sven, Winter Wyvern, and a Clinks all banned out.
It's kind of curious, but a little bit cautious on where the lineup's going to fall with it. Viper, obviously, just regardless of who you pick for mid, Viper's almost going to be guaranteed to come out on top with it. And that's the only hard part about going up against a Viper, right? Is that he just wins whatever lane he goes to.
More or less. If you watch the majors, the Dream League major in Stockholm, I think it was was it earlier today or yesterday, where the Morphling was matched up in mid with a Viper and flat out just was able to counter him. Which was
Really?
funny to look at. Yeah, because as long as the Morphling kept having enough regen and just kept right-clicking the crap out of the Viper, Viper was being pushed and harassed out of lane. Whenever he came back in, the Morphling went ahead and did the same thing over again. As soon as the Morphling hit 6, what is the Viper supposed to do when his own spell of break is being applied?
It uses his own spells against him. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah, it was something that we, as fans, didn't see much in the pro scene. But it's interesting that they banned out a Lycan, though.
Yeah, that's curious. Again, it seems still that the team outright right now is going to be having trouble picking someone to face up against, like the Tombstone combination. Okay, Razor, that's definitely going to be their mid, no doubt. How does he fare against Viper, you think?
Personally, not that well. And I forgot to turn off notifications for the stream.
Oh boy.
Professional
streamers, everybody.
Yeah.
We're pro at what we do. Don't let anyone else tell you different. But yeah, Viper's just the king of kiting, and Razor, I don't think a lot of people realize he hates getting kited because he maximizes out on getting enough static link damage stolen, and a Viper can just outright run away from it if he activates ulti on him, and he won't steal more than like 50 damage. Which, playing as a Razor, that's not what the ideal outcome is.
No.
I want to be surprised.
I would be surprised if they threw a mid. I really would, because Razor has a better matchup in the off lane, no matter which hero he faces off with. In their respective off lane, I mean.
Nyx Assassin.
That is a wonderful counter.
Maiden.
Well, it's not for the Maiden, actually. It's for the Viper. Because
I'm
his
a support
ultimate
player,
breaks it.
so I sympathize with the supports. I'm sorry.
I don't care. You don't sympathize with the support. You sympathize with the carry and cast. You know why? Because they're the quote-unquote star of the show.
The star of the show. Hey, I'm out for the little guy here. I'm worried for that Crystal Maiden, because Nyx Assassin's just going to roll up once he hits level 6, and bye-bye CM.
You know what? I think in this game, the Venomancer is going to get blown up a lot faster than that Crystal Maiden.
Very true, because I get the Undying just reducing all of the health, and then Viper actually may not deal the most DPS out of all of them, but if he focuses on a single target, then he's screwed.
Oh, babe. Come to Papa.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Pango. There's the Pangolier.
This ought to be good then. Going to be good sustain too for Pangolier, since he's incredibly mana dependent, and the CM is a good choice for that.
Mm-hmm. It's just
That's going to be hard to face up against, though. It's a lot of they got a lot of team fight disruption on Flat Earthers. I'm only outside of Nyx Assassin and Lion. Their control is fairly limited, whereas Flat Earthers, they got the prolonged team fight. They can just keep the team fight going and going, whereas Spice Girls, the way it looks right now, they're very skirmish heavy. They want to get kills quick and then get out.
Mm-hmm. And then they banned out the Lifestealer. That is a very smart idea, considering that in this patch and in this current meta, Lifestealer is one of the more... Thank you for the follow, Satan. I keep forgetting to turn off the notifications.
Satan straight up gave you a follow.
Yes, he did. Satan DOTA. Thank you for the follow. So, and the last...
Basie's best friends with Satan, confirmed.
Artifazel.
Sorry.
Yeah. And they last banned the Storm
Spirit. That would probably been a good of their prolonged team fight. But again, they're still very skirmish heavy.
Oh, they're very, very skirmish heavy. If they're not skirmishing all over the place, then making space, oof, I don't know what's going on at that point.
It's definitely going to be a hard realization for them too, because I'm gonna think like once 15-minute hits, flat earthers, they're just gonna straight up start pushing as 5 together, because that's where their strength is going to be. The second that they get their key items out of the way, it's just going to be a straight up rush through every single tower, and then run away as manly men as soon as possible.
Oh, the way their curtain lineup is set up, I believe they should be doing that.
Last pick's going to be a gyrocopter. Let's see it.
Oh, no, please not a gyrocopter.
It's not going to be a gyrocopter. What if it was?
Oh god.
Let's just think about that for a second. Let's just get a hero that's never played in this meta and just roll him out. He doesn't well with this team at all, but hey.
Especially with the fact that there is no IO. Oh boy.
Yeah, IO strat.
There's the drow.
Hey.
There's a drow.
Another one we've seen quite a bit of.
And the last pick, Morphling. Wow,
you were right. It's going to be
they have 2 heroes. They have 2 heroes on Spice Girls that set up themselves to counter Viper.
And very well, too. The next assassin is going to disrupt his flow, and then like what we were discussing earlier, if Morphling can manage to find a way to get good sustain in lane, then this is going to be a very difficult game for Viper.
Okay, so we both agree that the Viper is going to be in the mid on the Radiant side. The Dire side, this is where the toss-up begins, right? CBR thinks he wants to go mid with Razor. I believe you go mid with the Morphling.
It would make more sense, honestly.
Yeah, it would make more sense. Like, but either way, no matter how you crack it up to be, the Razor has a disadvantage against Viper because the static link, once applied, the poor guy is going to be slowed because of the corrosive skin.
Yeah,
it's just, I think it's a better matchup for the Morphling to be in the mid. You go ahead and take your Razor, throw him in the safe lane with
in conjunction with Lion, and in conjunction with Lion, it's going to go well too, because Lion pretty much ensures that you're getting a whole lot of damage stolen from your static link
because of the Hex and the Spike.
Hex and Spike.
Oof. In the offlane,
as a Lion player, I approve.
Oof. Yeah. That's in your safe lane, then you're going to go up against the Radiant offlane, which would be, from the looks of things, the Undying and the Pangolier. So you got the CM with the Drow Ranger up in the safe lane for the Radiant. I wouldn't
be surprised, though, if Undying started to roam after a few minutes.
Well, in this game, it's probably the most encouraging thing to do. For the...
Air support arrives. Air support arrives.
All right, we already got a potty rule book.
Nah.
Here's your fact for the day. There's your fact for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Using a Soul Rin will grant you extra mana, even if your mana's already full.
Starting at 40 minutes, power runes will spawn at both rune spots in the river.
We're in the late game, boys.
Yeah, personally, I think the late game starts at the 35-minute mark, but hey,
who's counting, right?
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers when the late game starts.
It looks like we've already got Viper already starting to build towards the Rod of Atos. That's the single most common build in existence for him. Is this going to be a This ought to be interesting. It looks like Drow's kind of headed towards mid. Is this going to be an offlane Viper?
Whoa. Do you really want to... Actually, that might be it. If the Drow goes mid, do you want that matchup with the Morphling against that Drow?
That would be curious to watch. It would be a bit concerning too, because Drow would still have the same issues going in lane against Morphling as Viper would. It's just I think the only advantage that Drow has over Morphling is the fact that she can use the silence. But at the same time, Morphling with his invulnerability through waveform, that's still going to be a pretty hard thing to muster.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult for that to get through. The Drow has the larger range on the Morphling, though. Okay.
But if you can't properly zone out, then this is a Drow mid and an offlane Viper.
Then Nyx is already prepared with a Sentry in his pack. And Morphling is at the mid.
Got a Razor, Nyx offlane, and okay, so top lane is going to be incredibly magic heavy with the Lion Venom.
Wonderful Venomancer. Almost called him a banana considering he used this banana taunt. Oh, we might have a small skirmish in the bottom with CM and the Nyx and the Razor.
Oh boy. Breaks my heart every single day. There we go. CM just doing everything in her power to distract the teammates and losing half her health in the process.
Well, she took a little bit more than half her health. Now she just made it back up to the 50% mark.
That makes me sad. I hate watching support suffer.
Yeah. Where it looks like we're going to have some sort of standoff or scouting mission from the Undying. Oh no, they did see each other.
Yeah. But Undying knows that they ain't going to do anything to contest it.
And the horn blows.
When the horn blows, the blood throws. Top lane, still more struggles with it. Lion has 8 strength stolen already. A lot of damage being dealt to him.
He hit the little taunts. Oh, I don't want to be
one more. And there we go, first blood. Top lane.
Oh.
Poor supports. Like I said, poor supports.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just awful. You know,
you don't have sympathy for supports, don't you even? You feel nothing. You feel nothing.
Hey, man. I have to be unbiased as much as possible, and I just gotta call it as I see it sometimes.
Bangalore being forced out of some of his damage output. Luckily, Swashbuckle, though, actually really good against Razor, wouldn't you agree?
The Swashbuckle, yeah. Because it just prevents the Razor from coming forward for a bit without some form of punishment. If you know what I'm saying there, you know.
Right. But the thing is, too, is that Swashbuckle just defaults your damage to a set amount, and it doesn't. It isn't affected by static link at all. And here's we've already got Gust going out mid lane. Morphling struggling just a tad bit, looks like. Drow playing really well, outranging the Morphling, and like we said, she went for immediate level 2 Gust, which I think we agreed was just the most logical explanation for it.
You know, it's great to see the Morphling realizing his matchup in lane and immediately starts going for regen items like a health pot and the circlets to make sure that he can get his stats up so he can stay in lane in a better way, not dying.
Tough lane top, though, for our Veno and Lion. This Undying is just zoning him out like crazy and can't really do much about it. Do we have another potty break?
Kind of looks like we got a disconnect.
Ah, boy. Internet and computer problems strike again. Restart lobby, GG.
Oh, boy. That would suck.
As you accidentally T-toss your own team too. Oh boy.
Don't actually restart lobby, Lamel.
Let's do it for the memes. Looks like everyone's back.
Huh.
Doing in the voice of Kermit the Frog. You T-toss your own team again?
Oh boy. I was gonna say, please don't do Kermit, a dramatic reading.
I wasn't taking it seriously.
That would have been absolutely horrible. Take a look at bottom. That Pangolier, in case you missed it, was getting, you know, sapped with the static link, and you know, that swashbuckle was the correct move there to save him from having the Razor continuously encroach on him and taking more of the attack damage.
Despite all of this, though, Pango's doing a decent job sustaining in lane, and Nyx is also equally doing a good job trying to zone out this bottom lane here.
Yeah.
And this also isn't really that good, too, at the moment for Morphling. He's pretty much resorting to his adaptive strike to get farm now, and that's not really reassuring.
It's not reassuring at all, but that's your job, is to go ahead and try to secure whatever CS you can get and make sure that you have some form of advantage in lane, no matter what it is. So if you go, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stats right now.
Looks like we got an attempt to gank coming up here on mid. There goes, and Morphling is dead. Mid lane. Wonderful gank coming up from Crystal Maiden.
Oh, was it pull up the net worth? Oh, guess who's on top?
It is the Drow Ranger, I guess. Let me see.
Nah, she's third.
Net worth. Viper, my boy.
Hmm. The usual.
They're also, and of course too, they're getting the stacks too in the camp right over here. This is just going to accelerate. He's honestly going to get, if he does this correctly, he's going to get Rod of Atos by 7 minutes.
That's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah, just that'll just disrupt the team fight for them. And at that point, he'll just pick a target and they'll die, like without any question. There's no saving that.
Nope, no saving that at all. Let's see.
Drow Ranger just absolutely dominating this mid lane here. Morphling pretty much dedicating his entire net worth to purchasing regen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a nice little skirmish up top. That is a dead lion.
Very nicely done. Good usage of the tombstone. They can't really do anything against the tombstone in top lane. Their attack speed and cutting it down is not good at all.
No, not at all. Personally, I would have liked to see some playboards from the Venomancer. But with the amount of magic damage that they have in the top lane, it's going to be difficult to kill either of those heroes, especially the Undying.
The Undying's innate tankiness, and the fact that Viper also level 1 went corrosive skin, so anything done against him is just going to further punish what they try to do against him. So this Razor, though, trying as best as can to keep up with the net worth, and Nyx has been doing a good job. Looks like we may see a attempted gank coming out here mid.
Nope.
There it is. Silence coming out from Drow, trying to stay alive. Morphling will get the kill.
Oh no!
Oh, and I think Undying is is getting low. This Morphling is getting really greedy with this, and a double kill coming out. Very well played.
That Nyx assassin just he just has the right idea of when to gank.
That's and it was crucial too.
The Morphling needed help, and that's what they did. You know, they helped out the Morphling, got the kill. The Nyx assassin was trying to give that kill to the Morphling when the Undying showed up, but they had to make sure that they got the kill on the Morphling for the on the Undying. I'm sorry, folks. trying to do camera work and analyzing at the same time is a little bit more difficult than usual. At least for today.
But still, it was a good point, though, for that gank to happen, since Drow Ranger was just about to hit 6, and that gave Morphling enough opportunity to catch up. Now he's got farming jungle, and now he's caught up as far as level as well.
He's not that far behind in terms of net worth after that kill. He's actually 200 gold.
Oh, and on to Crystal Maiden, getting really low.
Throughout that gust to protect her. And the good news is
the zoning out gust certainly did help there. That was real too close for comfort.
Oof. That drow. That drow's just timing everything right for her denies and last hits. Because let's take a look at that real quick. Oops, no, that's killed. Last hits. Oof. 29 last hits. 3 less denies.
Top lane getting a little bit frisky against the Undying here, but
oh, and I just missed the kill in mid. Oh man.
Yeah, it's just we knew it was going to be that Gust combination that would just absolutely dominate the Morphling, and well, we're seeing it happen.
Uh-oh. Angelier's in trouble on bottom lane. Or is he?
Oh, but the Rolling Thunder comes out. Can the tower deal enough damage? Can he catch up? Oh, looks like he will. This ought to be a kill.
Yep. Gone. Morphling and TPing back to mid. Yeah,
top lane
action going up top.
As well, but looks like they'll go onto the Lion. Tombstone dropped. Viper be rolling in. Tombstone will catch him down. And hey, like we said, 8 minutes. There's his Rod of Atos. Securing the kill yet again.
Yikes.
This Viper's farm has just escalated out of control. That stack right next to the lane certainly accelerated that. And another mid-lane Drow Ranger bursting down Morphling again.
Yeah. That was a beautiful setup for the gank. I believe the Drow found an Invis rune top. Circled around towards the mid. Put herself in a great position right there.
God, it's so hard for Morphling, though, once Drow hits level 6, because the marksmanship pierce chance just... The only thing that Morphling can really rely on in the early game is that he has some pretty decent armor right out the back, and Drow just ignores it.
Yeah. And now we're seeing some lane swapping going on from the Dire side. They're throwing the Razor back up.
They got to change up their strategy here. Yep, they're reverting switching it up top, but they've kept 3 up there for the past 2 minutes, so rather risky move, and Razor knows it. He's hiding in the trees.
He doesn't want to be caught out. The last thing he wants to do is go ahead and add on to the death count for his team and the kills for the Radiant side.
Going for the first drum of Endurance. Tombstone being dropped again. Crystal Maiden diving with it, and well, there goes the ultimate. There goes the... And yeah, that's just the beauty of Viper.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even need to use... Well, actually, he did use the Rod of Atos. What am I saying?
That's just the harsh beauty of it. Just Rod of Atos, and if you got some other form of follow-up, that's a guaranteed kill every single time.
Yeah.
Got a gank on the Crystal Maiden, though. Looks like they'll give that one to Morphling. Very much needed for him.
Yes,
and it looks like they'll continue.
Yeah.
They're going to continue this as well.
Available still.
He's getting a little frisky with this Undying here. Undying having a lot of trouble juking out the haste rune, and that'll be a double kill for Morphling. They found out the Drow Ranger. Double stuns coming out. A triple kill for Morphling. But the ultimate getting dropped. He's barely living. The strength swap just enough to keep him alive.
Oh, that was a great TP from the Crystal Maiden, trying to open up a chance for her team to get the core player on the Dire side, but the Morphling just could not get the damage done.
What a good catch out, though, coming out from the Nyx assassin. That follow up on the Drow Ranger just absolutely beautifully set up the kills for Morphling there, and that was very much needed for a very much starved Morphling through the lane.
There's no doubt about that, and there's a Lion's going to run into the team.
Poor Lion.
Hi guys, don't worry about me. I'm stuck over here, getting murdered.
He's, you know, slowly dying to all the DPS happening. Breaking down the tombstone. Looks like Razor's going to get kited a little bit, not before stealing quite a bit of damage. The Venomancer doing his best in his power will drop ultimate, see if the damage output is good enough to get maybe one kill. Morphling TP's top to see if he can get this maiden. Oh, and Pangolier shows up. This could... Venomancer in a lot of trouble, will get cut down. And the Undying is in quite a bit of trouble now as well. Pangolier's just like, yep, sorry, buddy, we're leaving you to the slaughter.
Or not.
But no! He jumps back in. The Javelin procs just absolutely dominated.
That's Swashbuckle.
What can you do with that follow-up?
Do another Swashbuckle right now, and he missed
just
it.
barely missed. This Lion is in heavy danger. He'll get the kill, but he'll probably pay with his life with it. Yep. That's still a pretty decent amount of gold. Here goes the Razor, jumping in. Won't get the follow-up on the Undying, but... Swashbuckle and just Javelin in general with... is just... That's the beauty of Flat Earthers team composition, is that they're very much a very early game start heavy lineup. Wouldn't you agree? Just they can pretty much start once after 5 minutes hit, and they're going on the Razor right now.
Oh, in response.
Oh, the response time with it. He's taking a little bit more damage than he's comfortable with. You're playing with fire there, buddy. Pangolier using his ultimate with it will get the kill off on this, more than certain.
Not only that, they saw the follow-up from the Nyx.
God, I didn't even recognize that the cooldowns on Flat Earthers teams are just so consistent. The one with the longest duration is just Drow's Aura, but that's not really teamfight worthy. It's
just push. It's for the push, man. For that extra oomph. For that ranged attack for your heroes and your ranged creep. But
the
in the middle of a team fight, that can change a lot.
Low health. Oh boy. It's getting ganked up on top here. It's gonna be oh my lord, that Lion just got nicked a little bit and he still took full damage.
I don't want to be any of the supports in this game right now.
No,
especially
not at all.
Against Flat Earthers, because that team is just absolutely nasty. Starting from that 5-minute mark, like you were saying. You know, this is going to go on until the 25-35 minute mark.
The only way that they can really come back from this is if Morphling finds some way to sustain himself just a bit more, but that's gonna take some time. Like, he's tried his best to farm with the Morbid Mask and pushing out the other lanes where possible, but that's still gonna he's not gonna be in effect until about 25-30 minutes. Silence coming out. Another Rolling Thunder used. This poor Razor just can't seem to catch a break.
No, he's
Lion coming back in though, an attempt to save his buddy, but it'll be in vain.
This game is slowly but surely starting to turn into a GG for the Radiant side.
And the top 3 people on the net worth scale is directly from Flat Earthers. It's Drow, Viper, Pango. And like we said, they just get those first couple of items within the first 10 minutes, and they're steamrolling after that.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult to stop a team once they got rolling. You know. And, you know, we got to take a second here and recognize that this Morphling is doing everything he possibly can to keep his team and himself in the game. He can't really go ahead and show up for these skirmishes that you see more than 3 people from the Radiant side showing up, because there's just too much liability for him to show up and try to take on with the rest of his team, because they're going to prioritize him. There's a Lion that you have on your team to help out with certain heroes, but it's not enough to deal with when you have a Crystal Maiden, an Undying, a Viper. Like, take a look at that whole entire team. Tell me that you want to play as Morphling against that lineup and be like, oh, this is going to be an easy game.
No, yeah, they're incredibly bursty, and That like it's Undying just steals the stats. You're already going down low as it is. Crystal Maiden can keep you locked down, and then of course the silences and Pierce coming out from Drow Ranger just it makes quick work of him. And if he doesn't have anybody to save him, he's pretty much screwed.
Yep.
So like we said before, though, they're sticking relatively as a 5-man team, just taking objectives, trying to buy a little time with the Venomancer's Plague Wards. He does have a Midas influence it a little bit.
Oh, here comes a Rolling Thunder from the Pango.
Rolling Thunder coming back in, disrupting the entire team. This is not good for them at all. Lion gets bursted down, Nyx to follow, and then finally, the last man of the hour will be Venomancer very shortly. Right in the front lines, though, Drow Ranger getting real ballsy here. And it will pay off. That burst coming out from Swashbuckle, buybacks coming out from both Lion and Nyx. Yeah, the Flat Earthers is just bleeding them dry. They hardly have any resources to come back from this.
The Spice Girls made a #1 mistake. They had only 3 people defending the bottom tier 2 tower over here, and they're all in the back line. They have no vision over here whatsoever or in this area, and they decided to stick around with just 3 heroes. If they had a 4th, it would be understandable because they can go ahead and try to
they
bail
picked
out
off the
that hero.
Crystal Maiden down lane. Looks like they're trying to get back into the things. Silence coming out from the Morphling. This could be bad for him. Oh, but the slow's coming in. Swashbuckle used. There's no way he's getting back. Oh, but he jukes it out of the way.
Oh, no.
Morphling making a very aggressive, gets silenced up. The Tombstone dropped in the Pierce. Oh, just absolutely dominating. Like, what is your response to this?
Get one hero, walk away.
Coming out, Undying still living, does end up falling. This Drow Ranger standing her ground, does get hexed up. Rolling Thunder coming back in too. This could be a complete turnaround again. Ultra kill. Where's it? There's the Rampage coming out from Drow Ranger.
Oh,
just like that.
Oh.
She will end up dying to the poison, but
she was trying to deny herself to the dinosaur in the ancient camp, and the Pangolier was standing in front of her and going, "No, you will die to the venom. Have pity on our enemies."
Oh, but the sheer balls though on Drow Ranger though, just in spite, she get hexed up and she's down to a quarter health, and she's like, "All right, come at me. I got a team behind me."
Yeah, she made the right call there. Like, take a look at her items at this point. Shadowblade, Dragon Lance. It was all worth it if she bought any of them.
She just picked up her crits as well, so that's even more further bursting it down. Morphling trying as best as he can. He's almost got that Manta style, but
it's keeping an eye on this Viper. The Viper that's been tormenting this poor team the whole entire game.
They're going on him, though. The stuns and disables be coming out with this. They're bringing all 5 to make sure that he goes down. Mechanism used, and he took quite a bit out of everybody, but a kill's a kill, and a very much needed one at that.
The only ultimate that was used during that whole entire fight was Nyx's Assassin's wonderful Vendetta.
And with the new break capability, too, it was super good against him, even though it doesn't block the health steal from spells. It still cuts down his magic resistance to nothing after that, which on a Viper, that's kind of what you need. Still hard to regulate, though, in team fights. Like I said, skirmish heavy, and these guys just kept rolling through them.
Yeah, like the dire side didn't capitalize more on the strengths of their own team, which is to pick off heroes and just go off from there. You know, it just felt like they believed in their laning phase very strongly and believed that they could go ahead and turn the tide on it whenever they would go ahead and do so, and believe that there would be enough time and space for their Morphling to get online quick enough, but that wasn't to be the case at all. And they're doing Roshan.
Looks like we have Roshan being taken by Viper and Drow here. No doubt giving it to Drow in this instance.
It's the perfect time if you were Radiant to go ahead and run over to the Roshan and just take that Aegis. Go ahead and dictate the...
As well. they've only got one tier 2 tower left before they start pushing base.
Well, they could have started pushing base.
I love this strat as well. They got double sentry wards there. Next patch update, everyone. I'm calling it. Combine 2 wards together, and it gives you a vision of the whole.
Of the whole what now?
You combine 2 observer wards, and it gives you combine 2 sentry wards, and it gives you true sight over the whole map.
Oh,
getting a nice little defense formed here, though. The plague wards doing as best they can to fend off everything, but the range capabilities just bursting them down quick. They can't really keep it up that much.
This fight's gonna be tremendously bad.
Oh, there goes the main burst down really quick. Well played coming out from the Morphling there. Pushing down in, though. Drow Ranger just absolutely dominating it. But the Tombstone coming out from the Morphling, putting in quite a bit of work. Pangolier, though, rolling through the backlines. Lion will drop. Venomancer looks to be soon to follow. Even more coming out from the burst damage, trying to keep the Undying alive as this Morphling. That Undying Morph swap was beneficial. They got a good key kill off on it, but it's still not enough.
Oh, it isn't. It's just not enough. They're able to sustain the push for right now, but it's only going to take a moment before they realize that tower's gone.
And there, yep, it just as it fell, the disruption coming out. Oh wow, that damage output coming from Drow Ranger just knocked all the health down. There goes Nyx Assassin. Falls really quickly. They're just doing what they can in order to defend everything at this point.
The end is coming, and it's really soon. Those who bought back, don't die right now if you want to stay in this fight.
And the ultimate drop down. They've used pretty much everything at this point. Lion soon to follow. And the Venomancer also gets bursted down quickly by the corrosive skin. Morphling doing his very best. Oh, he was at half health there, and that Drow Ranger with the lucky crit just burst him down in a matter of 1 second.
Well, I believe the GG will be coming out soon.
Are they just going to take? Yeah, they're going to take the other lanes. Lion and Nyx are the only ones up, and they know that they can't do anything to defend this.
Play smart, people.
Sustain coming out. There goes the stuns, roots, slows.
Team is wiped.
Every single thing imaginable. Team has been wiped. This is going to be mega crit, and very much the game too.
Oh, it is very much the game. The bottom lane, it's already pushed up to the tower. If you're Radiant, you just finish off that top racks, go to bottom and be like, hey, we don't care if we die here. We're going to go ahead and just take your racks and the tower. So we have mega creeps.
God, this farm too, even on the Pangolier, he's already got Abyssal Blade. Drow Ranger steadily bursting down. Oh, there's no saving that Morphling there. Rolling Thunder comes out, trying to steal as much damage as he possibly can. Still isn't enough. GG will finally be called.
And for good measure, the Drow died. He came back.
But, Aegis. The 38-12 absolute stomp coming out from Flat Earthers.
That is a 20k plus advantage in gold.
That is, yeah, so we got some, a little bit of cockiness coming out from the other team, but Flat Earthers, though, just, God, what a performance.
Oh. They put up one hell of a performance for everybody to see and everybody to watch. You know.